Hi guys, I just need to rant about something that doesn't actually affect my life, but does in a way. Jojo Siwa. I have never been a fan of Jojo Siwa. I don't listen to her music. I'm too old to have been young when she was popular anyways and stuff. And so I was never a fan. She seems like she tries too hard, and then all the stuff about her mom being really abusive to other dancers and her too. I'm not a fan. But I will say that everyone that is giving her shit for not being a lesbian, you guys are just being very anti queer community in my opinion. Sexuality is fluid. That is the whole thing with gender identity, understanding that it's personal and your sexual orientation is not a choice. It's something that can evolve over time, and change throughout one's life, and that's the whole point. That things are not so black and white, gay or straight or whatever. The whole queer umbrella encompasses people who are asexual and demisexual and all these other things, pansexual, and you can really just kind of build a bear these days with there's so many different terms, and I think it's less about the label and more about the openness and the willingness to accept people even without an innate understanding of their personal experience. It's about learning how to be tolerant of things even if you don't understand them, because they're not hurting you or anyone else. So it's why be intolerant just because you don't grasp the concept? That's just being mad at someone else for your own ineptitude. you know and so it's yeah, she does kind of seem to do things for attention. Obviously this could all be one big PR stunt. I don't know, probably everything's probably a PR stunt with every celebrity, honestly. But I think it's really telling of people who are oh, you're dating a man, so you were never a lesbian. And it's well, that's not true, because at the time she was only attracted to women. At the time she was a lesbian, and she's also come out as bisexual before, and this I feel it was pretty obvious that even if she wasn't just a lesbian, she was not straight, you know. And so, and I think even in the future too, that Jojo Siwa may end up saying they're non-binary, because I get kind of non-binary vibes from them. But she is identifying as a woman who is queer, and I think that's great, and that's fine to have a broad label like that for yourself. And I think it's really not in the spirit of the queer community to make people want to box themselves into something. That's just what the cis people are doing, that everyone rebelled against. We want to be able to have transgender people and lesbian and gay and bisexual and pansexual and gender fluid people, no matter how they identify. That's the whole point, is that you accept them because they know who they are better than you do. And even if they're still figuring it out, that's okay, because that's part of the journey. And I personally think that gender identity and sexuality are a lifelong journey. I don't believe I'll have the same kind of sexual nature when I'm an 80-year-old woman. I didn't have the same sexual nature as when I was an 18-year-old, it's just, it changes over time, and that doesn't make any of it false or fake or imposter-ish. The only thing that makes you fake is saying you're gay and then not being gay. Not being willing to be a man having sex with men and saying you're gay. That's just a lie, But having your sexuality or gender identity change is not a lie. That's just evolution within your lifetime of yourself, and or even just discovering yourself more. Because I know for a lot of people in at least kind of my age range, being gay or lesbian or bisexual, which were the only options when I was a teenager, you were othered. And so a lot of people stayed in the closet, not just for social reasons, but sometimes for safety reasons too. Like your parents could kick you out and you would be homeless if you were gay. Or, I had a friend that was gay but felt so much shame because of his Christian background. And like that's just, you know, I don't know how he identified. I mean, he never. I think for a little bit he identified as gay, and then he like took it back and said he was straight, but like just wasn't interested in dating. And I just think, you know, sure it's sad when people have to change, because of outside pressures, but I think changing because of internal pressures is nothing to be ashamed of, and nothing that anyone should hold against someone. To learn yourself and to grow within is nothing bad. So I just want to say to all those people that are like poo-pooing on Jojo Siwa for dating a man after having dated a woman, like, okay, maybe she's not just a lesbian, but she's clearly not just a straight woman either. Just because she's dating a man doesn't make her a straight woman. And that's, I think, the part that bothers me so much. It's like you guys are kind of being hypocritical and enforcing negative gender stereotypes that, oh, if a woman, a person with a vagina dates someone with a penis, they're automatically cis, straight. And like, no, that's not true. That's not true. So many people have both parts and are not cis or not straight. Like, and they can be with a partner that has opposite. But you're not even taking into account intersex people, which are more prevalent than redheads. So, yeah. People exist in all shapes and stuff, and we change over time, and that's okay. So, I just wanted to rant about that. I don't even like Jojo Siwa, but I think she should be able to be with anyone she wants, and that's okay if she wants to date a woman and then date a man, and it doesn't make her relationship with the woman any less valid. That's just really like toxic of people to even try to say. Like, I don't know, it just bothers me. And I think that the whole LGBTQIA plus community, like our whole thing is about acceptance of people changing and growing and getting to know themselves and being real with themselves and figuring out who they are and who they want to love, and I mean, honestly, her actions to me seem to point to like that she may just be like pansexual or something, and it does not matter what gender someone is. It's just gonna be about, or demisexual. She may just be attracted to the mind, like, and you guys are gonna poo-poo on her for that, for not figuring it out fast enough because she's a celebrity and every single stage of her figuring it out is gonna be broadcast. Dude, imagine being in that situation. It sucks. Like, I personally have had a really interesting roller coaster ride through my own understanding of my gender identity and my sexuality. And, like, I'm still going on it. And like I said, I think it's a lifelong ride or journey that you're on. And so, yeah, I think it's really hypocritical for people that are in this community to, like, be giving her shit. Like, lesbians saying, oh, you're not are we really gatekeeping sexuality? Isn't that what the cis straight people are doing that we're so against? Hypocrisy, hello. But yeah, so let's stop doing that. Even to shitty people like Jojo Siwa. Like, because no one deserves that. That's the thing. Like, we all deserve to be able to love who we want to love. As long as it's not hurting anyone, As long as it's consenting adults, there's no issues, So... I'll get off my soapbox now. Bye.